So in the last video, I explained about two mechanisms, SN1 and SN2 mechanisms. SN1, SN2 mechanism. And that there I covered regarding mechanisms like in SN1 there is a formation of carbocation, and in SN2 SN1 formation of a carbocation and SN2 transition state formation. Then SN1 reactions proceeds through racemization. SN1 reactions proceeds through racemization, and SN2 reactions. SN2 reaction by inversion. One is racemization, other is inversion. But what are these racemization, inversion, or racemic mixture formation? So all these we can study in stereochemical aspects of SN reaction. And there, optical isomerism. We can study about optical isomerism. Optical isomerism. So isomerism topic. In the first year, we studied about isomerism. What is isomerism and the types of isomerism, different examples, all covered in first year. Yes, definition of isomerism. Isomerism, compounds having same molecular formula, but they have different physical and chemical properties. Compounds having same molecular formula, C2H5OH, CS3OCS3. Molecular formula C2H6O, C2H6O. Molecular formula same, but they differ by structure. Here carbon-carbon oxygen bond, here carbon-oxygen-carbon bond. Therefore, they differ by structural formula. Hence, these comes under structural isomerism. But in general, they differ by physical properties such as boiling point of ethyl alcohol 78 degree and dimethyl ether 33 degree. They differ by physical property and even chemical properties like sodium metal. Sodium plus ether, no reaction. Sodium plus alcohol, reaction occur liberating hydrogen gas. So chemically, physically they differ and they have same molecular formula, and study of such compounds is said to be what? Isomerism, or the phenomenon is called isomerism. There are isomerism two types, structural and stereo. In structural isomerism, chain isomerism, position isomerism, functional isomerism, metamerism, tautomerism. And in stereo isomerism, again two types. One is conformational isomerism, configurational isomerism. Conformational and configurational. And in configurational, again two types, geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. Yes, up to geometrical in detail you study in the first year. Now we will study about optical isomerism. See what is this optical isomerism? So in optical isomerism, we will consider again two or more compounds which have same molecular formulas, and they differ by, see where they differ. Now we consider one example. So this compound is called lactic acid. It is said to be lactic acid, CS3CHOH. Lactic acid. And this exhibit optical isomerism. This compound exhibit optical isomerism. Now its mirror image we can write. Its mirror, this is the mirror, let it be, it is mirror. its mirror image COH CS3 COOH. Yes, both are lactic acids. First one plus form or D form, second minus form or L form. D form, L form, or plus form, minus form, but both are lactic acids. Okay, lactic acid, lactic acid. Now, such molecules are considered to explain optical isomerism, and this contain a carbon bonded to 4 different atoms or groups: H, COH, OH, CS3. Carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. Carbon 2 important. Here, carbon 2 important. And because of this carbon second, yes, we can exhibit optical isomerism. And this carbon 2 is called asymmetric carbon or chiral carbon or stereo center. Chiral carbon or stereo center. Carbon with A, B, C, D. Carbon with A, B, C, D. Yes, one of the conditions for optical isomerism is the molecule must contain chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon or what stereo center. Only such molecules they can exhibit optical isomerism. Now you can define optical isomerism. Compounds having same molecular formula, same structural formula. See about the bonding. Carbon 2 bonded with OH, CS3, H, COH. But all are single bonded. Here second compound C, H, OH, CS3, all are single bonded. Therefore, structural formula same, molecular formula same, but they differ by, differ by first molecule rotates in clockwise direction and second in anti-clockwise. If it is clockwise direction, sign given as plus or D, that is dextro. Then levorotatory, LAEVO, DEXTRO, levorotatory compound, dextrorotatory compound. See what are these levorotatory, dextrorotatory? Compounds which rotate the plane polarized light. I am using the word here, plane polarized light. Important. In optical isomerism, we use this one, plane polarized light. A compound which rotates the plane polarized light to the right side or clockwise, that is called dextrorotatory compound. A compound which rotates the plane right to the left side or what anti-clockwise direction, then it is said to be levorotatory compound. Dextrorotatory, levorotatory. Next one, see what is a chiral carbon. A carbon atom bonded to 4 different atoms or groups, and they must be single bonded, not double bonded like this. C double bond O, C, H, CS3, carbon 1, carbon 2. Carbon 1, 4 bonds are there, but one of the bond here double bond, and this is not said to be chiral carbon. And carbon 2, 3 H same, it is also not said to be chiral carbon. Therefore, in the optical isomerism, yes, we use only chiral carbon molecules, chiral carbon compounds. Yes, definition of this one: compounds having same molecular formula, same structural formula, but they differ by or differ in the direction of, they differ by direction of rotation of plane polarized light. Here difference is like this, plus minus D and N. They differ by direction of rotation of plane polarized light. And such compounds are said to be optical isomers. The phenomenon is called optical isomerism. And if you say optical isomer, and they should have what mirror images. That's why I written here, it's mirror image. but object molecule rotates in one direction, other one in other direction. If it rotates in negative and this one positive, if it is positive, other one is negative. So like this, pair of compounds can be written in optical isomerism. But what are racemic mixtures, racemization, inversion, retention? All these comes under optical isomerism. Okay. Now I'll explain what do you mean by plane polarized light. Using that further, we can study optical isomerism. Plane polarized light. So in optical isomerism, definitions are more. Try to understand that concepts, whatever they are in the definitions. Plane polarized light. Plane polarized light. Plane polarized light. Now consider ordinary light like lamp, so which can emit light rays and they can vibrate in all the planes, different planes, not only in one direction. Yes, these rays vibrating in all the planes. It is ordinary light. Ordinary light which have waves vibrating in all the planes. When such light made to pass through, it is made to pass through a prism that is called a Nicol prism. It is not made by glass, but it is made by what? Calcite. Using calcite, there is a naturally occurring calcium carbonate crystal. Yes, using that one can prepare Nicol prism. So ordinary light is made to pass through Nicol prism. Then whatever emitted light is there, emitted light. Now this light consists of waves. Emitted light consists of waves vibrating in single plane. And this plane of polar light we can write or we can show this type or this type or this type, anyone. But the single plane ray you have to indicate. Now we can say this one as a plane polarized light. Now it is said to be plane polarized light. Now such light is made to pass through a instrument called polarimeter. Yes, we can study optical activity or optical isomerism of compounds by using instrument called polarimeter. Now in polarimeter, see here, in polarimeter there is a polarimeter tube that is filled with organic solution like glucose plus water or fructose plus water or any compound like lactic acid plus water, and such compound is taken and placed in the polarimeter. Then when the plane polarized light passes through a solution, taken in the polarimeter, and again the emitted light, this one plane polarized light, same item. But now interesting point here, the whatever plane polarized light is there, and that changes its direction like this. It may be towards right side, means it may be in clockwise direction we can rotate, or in anti-clockwise, and let it be alpha. And this alpha is said to be angle of rotation. And this you can see in the polarimeter. just like a watch and a pointer. So there is a pointer that can move like this slowly. If it rotates in clockwise direction, yes, alpha. If it rotates in anti-clockwise direction, alpha dash. Maybe that levo or dextro. Dextro equal to clockwise, levo equal to anti-clockwise. And if you observe the value, there is a alpha or angle of rotation at a given temperature, given wavelength of light, and concentration of solution is known or fixed. Under this condition, whatever alpha is measured at that value named as specific rotation. Specific rotation. And all the optically active compounds, they have different specific rotation values. But one compound, example nitric acid, if it is plus 2.25 degree, another one minus 2.25 degree, means magnitude remains same, only sign you have to change. One molecule clockwise, other molecule anti-clockwise. Okay. Now, specific rotation, angle of rotation produced by a solution of length 1 decimeter, or 10 centimeter, of unit concentration 1 gram per centimeter cube. Unit concentration 1 gram per centimeter cube at a given temperature and wavelength of the light used. At a given temperature and wavelength of the light used is said to be specific rotation. And using specific rotation values, we can prove whether the compound is said to be optically active or not. Okay. Now you come to know what is meant by plane polarized light. If the compound like glucose, lactic acid, fructose, etc., when a compound rotates the plane polarized light, maybe clockwise or anti-clockwise, and that compound is said to be what? Optically active. The compound is said to be optically active, and the phenomenon is called optical isomerism. It is said to be optical isomerism. So we get in 2 more questions. Explain plane polarized light. Better you explain up to this. What is meant by plane polarized light? Yes, how to define? Ordinary light consists of waves vibrating in all the planes. When it is made to pass through nickel prism, then the emitted light consists of waves vibrating in single plane and is called plane polarized light. Over. And when such rays are passed through organic solution in a polarimeter, yes, if it shows rotation, then the given compound is called optically active. This is experimental proof for optical activity of compounds or optical isomerism. We can indicate by 3-dimensional structure: carbon, yes, solid wedge, dashed wedge, normal lines. Even in the previous videos I told about these structures. Solid wedge indicate group or atom lying towards observer. So dotted line or broken line indicate the group or atom away from the observer. And these normal line that indicate groups are lying on the plane of the paper or plane of the board. So now here on this carbon, all are different: A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. All groups are different, atoms are different. Only such carbons are called what? Chiral carbon. We may get in one more question. What is chiral carbon or stereocenter or asymmetric carbon? Answer is 1. What? A carbon bonded to 4 different atoms or groups in a molecule is said to be chiral carbon or stereocenter. Stereocenter. Next, when plane polarized light is made to pass through organic compound solution in polarimeter, yes, that ray falls on the chiral carbon, and that causes rotation of plane polarized light. If the molecule do not contain chiral carbon, yes, it cannot show what rotation rotation, or that plane right cannot rotate, maybe towards right side or left side. Next. So already I told dextrorotatory and levorotatory compounds. So next, chirality. Chirality. See what is meant by chirality? The term chirality means chirality or chirality. You can also say chirality or chirality. Having handedness. Having handedness. Chirality meaning having handedness. Now, there are two molecules. See meaning of chirality. Carbon, H, OH, or you can say Cl, CS3, C2H5, H, 2-chlorobutane. Its mirror image ClC, CS3, H, C2H5. Now, ClCl mirror image, but it is not superimposable. Non-superimposable mirror image. Non-superimposable mirror image. Yes, this one is very important. Using this one, we can define chirality or chiral molecules. Compounds are molecules which have non-superimposable mirror images. Now, take example. Now, that's why here I told handedness. You can see there is a mirror image or this type. These two thumbs you can observe. These are mirror images, but they are not superimposable. It is said to be non-superimposable. But don't think we can overlap like this. This is called superimposable. Right? But these optical additive compounds not like this. You have to show this type. Yes, it is called non-superimposable mirror images. These two have mirror images here, mirror images, and are not superimposable. And such compounds are said to be chiral molecules. They are called chiral molecules. Yes, what are chiral molecules? You may get question. Yes, how to define? Compounds which have non-superimposable mirror images are called chiral molecules, and they are optically active because see here, one molecule rotates in clockwise, other in anti-clockwise. Now, right side Cl minus, left side Cl plus, like 2-bromobutane, 2-chlorobutane. This is actually 2-chlorobutane, but this rotates actually in anti-clockwise, but this one rotates in clockwise. Practically proved that like this. Cl right side in anti-clockwise, Cl left side in clockwise. But in optical isomerism, in case of lactic acid, I told OH right, H left. That is called dextrorotatory, and OH left, H right, levorotatory. But then they are all depend upon experimental proof. Okay. So, what are chiral molecules and chirality over? And it is also repeated in enantiomers. Enantiomers. You may get enantiomer question or chirality question or chiral molecule question, answer same. Yes, how to define enantiomer? Compounds which have mirror images and are not superimposable are called enantiomers. If you say enantiomer or chiral molecule, they both are called optically active. They are all, both the compounds are said to be optically active. Yes, when the compound is called optically active, when when the compound rotates plane polarized light, when the compound rotates plane polarized light, they are called optically active. If they cannot rotate, then they are said to be optically inactive. They are called optically inactive. Now, enantiomer and chirality are chiral molecules same. Next, achiral molecules. Achiral. So when our compounds are said to be achiral. Achiral molecule. Take example, glass. Its mirror image. Yes, they have mirror images and are superimposable. Mirror images and are superimposable. Next, other example, ring or even bangles you can use. Ring, its mirror image. These two overlap. Mirror image and they have what? They have mirror images and are superimposable. But for chirality or chiral molecules, what I told, chirality chiral molecules, yes, there must be mirror image and are non-superimposable. But here they have superimposable, means compounds having mirror images and are superimposable, and they are said to be achiral molecules. Achiral molecules. They are said to be achiral molecules. Then example, C-C, Cl, H, CS3, CS3. When you draw a line at the center, yes, or fold the paper, yes, these two are having mirror image. With this molecule has what? Achiral center. It is said to be achiral molecule. And even ring system, CS3, CS3. When you divide a molecule like this, now fold it, these two overlap, these two overlap, these two overlap after folding. Therefore, this molecule has plane of symmetry. It is called a plane of symmetry. It is said to be plane of symmetry. Compounds which have plane of symmetry, yes, they are achiral. Yes, means all the achiral molecules they contain plane of symmetry. When means half of the molecule is mirror image of other half. Half molecule rotates in clockwise, other half in anti-clockwise. Same thing I will explain by taking what tartaric acid example. Using that one, we can explain clearly about the plane plane of symmetry. Okay. For achiral molecule example, 2-chloropropane you can write, or 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. But chiral molecules, optically active compound, any example you can write, plus lactic acid and minus lactic acid, plus lactic acid, minus lactic acid. Then second, plus tartaric acid, minus tartaric acid. Any example you can write, and they are said to what? Optically active compounds or chiral molecules. Then achiral molecule, 2-chloropropane. So now optical isomerism. Yes, we are studying about plane polarized light, plane polarized light and plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry. Now consider a compound HOH. This is called tartaric acid. Yes, tartaric acid present in tamarind. Now there is a soaring compound that is called tartaric acid. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 dihydroxybutane dioic acid. 2, 3 dihydroxybutane dioic acid, that is called tartaric acid. Now, when you draw a line in between the or exactly at the middle of the molecule, now I can say it is a plane polarized light. Sorry, a plane of symmetry. It is said to be plane of symmetry. Now, definition of plane of symmetry: the plane which divides the molecule into two identical halves. The plane which divides the molecule into two identical halves, such that half of the molecule is mirror image of other half. Half of the molecule is mirror image of other half. That is called what? Plane of symmetry. Since half of the molecule, yes, first half rotates in clockwise, other half in anti-clockwise. Let it be plus 2, it is minus 2. And plus 2 minus 2, 0. 0 rotation. Therefore, such molecules, they are sort of optically inactive and they are also called as meso compounds. Such molecules are said to be meso compound. Yes, what are meso compounds? Compounds which have plane of symmetry and are optically inactive. Compounds which have plane of symmetry and are optically inactive, and such compounds are said to be meso compounds. And give an example of meso compound. Answer: meso-tartaric acid. Answer: meso-tartaric acid. Okay. Then now, here end carbons same. Then how to find number of optical isomers and number of meso compounds? If end carbons are same, yes, 2 raised to n minus 1, 2 raised to n by 2 minus 1. Number of what? Optically active compounds equal to 2 raised to n minus 1, and n is chiral carbons. Now see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chiral carbon second, A, B, C, remaining part D. Third, A, B, C, above part D. Therefore, there are 2 chiral carbons and n equal to number of chiral carbon. But this formula applicable for what? A molecule which contain the end groups or atoms, they must be same. Then we can apply such formulas. And number of what? Optically active compound like D tartaric acid, L tartaric acid. 2 raised to 2 minus 1 equal to 2. Where n is chiral carbon number. So 2 carbons are chiral, 2 minus 1, 1. Therefore, 2 compounds and they are D form and L form. D lactic acid, L lactic acid. And for D and L, yes, first carbon like this. Second carbon, we can write, or first carbon OH left, H right. Anyone you write, yeah, OH left, H right. Then that can show what? Optical activity, and they do not have plane of symmetry. If I write OH here, H here, whether they can overlap? No. They do not have plane of symmetry. Then such molecules are said to be optically active. Then 2 optically active compounds, and next number of chiral carbons are 2. 2 raised to 2 minus 1. 2 raised to 2 by 2 minus 1. 2 by 2 is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 raised to 0 equal to 1. Therefore, total isomers 3. But there is one more formula. Number of optical isomers equal to 2 raised to n. Optical isomers equal to 2 raised to n. But condition, end carbon must be different like this. CHO, CHOH, CHOH, carbon 3 OHH, carbon 4 HOH, carbon 5 HOH, carbon 6, right. First and last different, but number of chiral carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 carbons are chiral and end carbons are different. Then use only one formula. Number of optically active compounds, not total optically active compounds are what? 2 raised to n. There is a 2 raised to 4. How many? 2 raised to 4 equal to 16. 2 raised to 4 equal to 16. 16 optical isomers are possible with respect to glucose. This compound is glucose. Means using chiral carbon, yes, one can study how many isomers are possible, optical isomer and meso isomer. If it is meso-tartaric acid, then total isomers are 3. Remember, 2 are D and L and 1 is meso. Total 3. But 2 chiral carbon, 2 raised to 2, actually 4. If you use this formula, 4, but actually formula different to calculate number of optical isomers and meso form. This is the formula for meso form. Number of optical isomers 2 raised to n minus 1 and condition end carbon must be same. So this is in case of what? Meso compounds and meso-tartaric acid. So I covered enantiomers, then meso compounds, achiral molecules, chirality, dextrorotatory and derivative compounds, optical activity. Yes, when we say optical activity, compounds which rotate the plane polarized light, maybe towards right side or left side. They are called optically active, and the phenomenon is called optical activity. It is called optical activity. Whenever we prepare some compounds in the laboratory, and example you take CCl or CBr, C2H5, HCS3. Now it is said to be optically active because there is a chiral carbon. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. 2-bromobutane. When a plane polarized light is passed through bromobutane solution in the polarimeter, and this shows anti-clockwise direction. It can rotate the plane polarized light in anti-clockwise. Therefore, it is called minus 2-bromobutane. Now, such compound is heated with NaOH or KOH aqueous. Then we get two compounds, compound X and compound Y. But one rotates in clockwise, other rotates in anti-clockwise, and which are in equal proportion. Therefore, OH ion can attack on chiral carbon, yes, above the plane, below the plane, or Br can directly replace or opposite side. Both are possible. But if it is 2-bromobutane, it can undergo SN1 mechanism. And if it is optically active compound, SN1 and the secondary halide, and I told secondary halides can undergo both SN1 and SN2 depend upon the nature of solvent used. Aqueous means it can form what? Chiral carbon. But its mechanism I will tell you afterwards in detail. But remember, what is known by what? Racemic mixture and racemization. Racemic mixture, racemization. Yes. Yes. Mixture of enantiomers, you see, plus minus. Plus form, minus form, both are there. Mixture of enantiomers with equal proportion. See here, equal proportion. And they have zero optical rotation because one rotates in clockwise, other in anti-clockwise. First one plus 3.5, second minus 3.5. Plus 3.5 minus 3.5 cancel. Therefore, it has zero optical rotation, but they contain what? Enantiomeric mixture in equal proportion. And this mixture is said to be racemic mixture. And such mixtures are obtained in the laboratory from optically active reactant. And optically active reactant changed into mixture which is optically inactive. Optically inactive. And if it is if we say optically active, there is a due to what? External compensation. And optically inactive, internal compensation. But internal compensation observed only in what plane of symmetry compounds or meso compounds. But even in racemic mixture, there is a external compensation due to whole molecule. If it is whole molecule is involved in rotation, it is called what? External. Half molecule is involved in clockwise, other half in anti-clockwise. Then it is said to be what? Plane of symmetry, that is having plane of symmetry and optically inactive, and that is also said to be what? Internal compensation. But here external compensation, external, and this one also external compensation. Means this rotation due named as external, and meso compound internal compensation. Okay. As already told in this topic, many sub headings are there, many definitions are there. And those you have to practice well. You may get 1 or 2 questions carrying 1 mark each. Now, define racemic mixture. A mixture containing 2 enantiomers. It is important. Racemic mixture, racemization, and even enantiomer, chirality, and chiral molecules. A mixture containing 2 enantiomers. 2 enantiomers with equal proportion and have zero optical rotation. In other words, we can write equimolar mixture containing 2 enantiomers. 2 enantiomers and are optically inactive. Optically inactive because this mixture is said to be optically inactive. Then it is called racemic mixture. The process of conversion of optically active compound into racemic mixture. Optically active compound into racemic mixture is said to be racemization. Next, resolution. Now, once you prepare what this mixture, racemic mixture, try to separate it. Plus form separate and minus form separate. And process of separation of plus form and minus form from the or plus what means process of separation of enantiomers from the racemic mixture is called resolution. Racemization, resolution. Then there are so again 2 terms: retention, inversion. Retention, inversion. In case of inversion, see here, CS3Cl, OH ion, OHCS3. Here, no optical compound, means optical active compound here we are not using here, but use optical active compound. C6H13 HCS3, total 8 carbons. 8 carbon, 2 chlorooctane, which is what? Optically active but rotation anti-clockwise. When you add sodium hydroxide, then this can attack from the rear side. Now we get COH, H, CS3, C6, H13. So before reaction, Cl right side, after reaction, OH left side. Now it is called inversion. Now how to define inversion configuration? Whenever a reaction is carried out using optically active halide, then the product molecule contain opposite configuration as in original reactant molecule. It is said to be what? Inversion. If a Cl replaces OH direct, that is called retention. If what configuration retained in the product side, that is said to be retention of configuration. Yes. If whenever a reaction carried out with optic reactive halide, then the product, if the product molecule contains same configuration as in the reactant, then it is said to be retention of configuration. So even there is word diastereoisomer. It is also related with optical isomerism. Diastereoisomer. Stereoisomers are optical isomers which do not have mirror images and are not superimposable. Do not have mirror images and are not superimposable, and they are said to be what? Diastereoisomers. Diastereoisomers. Example, plus lactic acid, minus lactic acid. They are mirror images. Enantiomers, chiral molecule. Then mesotartaric acid, compound number 3. Mesotartaric acid, they have plane of symmetry. But plus lactic acid and meso, no mirror image. But all these three are optical isomers. But no mirror image and not superimposed. And such molecules are said to be what? Diastereoisomers. They are said to be diastereoisomer. So this is about optical isomerism and terms in optical isomerism. And in the next video, I will explain again SN1 SN2 mechanism by taking bromide compounds. It may be 2 bromo butane and one more 2 bromo or 2 chloro octane. SN1, I will repeat once again, SN1 SN2. And after that, we can study next type of reaction that is called dehydrohalogenation or elimination reactions. That is called elimination reactions. Okay, we will continue in the next video.